Hello and welcome to Something We Can All Agree On, a series of 5 short films reflecting findings from the Abuse in Religious Contexts research project. My name is Nell Hardy. I am a survivor of faith-based abuse, and I'm also the writer and one of the performers of these films. The films can be watched as a series or individually. There is continuity in the roles played by the 3 performers, but I would encourage you to receive the films as conversational poems rather than stories. In particular, the films are not about telling any individual's experiences of being abused in religious contexts. The words are taken from interviews that were conducted with survivors in which they were asked to reflect on their lives after abuse, its lasting impact, experiences of disclosure, and insights into faith, hope, and survival. No actor speaks exclusively the words of just one survivor, but we all speak a mixture of those of many. And this is partly to protect the anonymity of the survivors, and partly so that we can foreground the key themes from the body of interviews as a whole, so that we can find the learnings from these testimonies that their original speakers deserve from us. We hope that our audiences will really learn from this project and from these films about what survivors need when they disclose and to live well after abuse. Though the interviews made clear to us that everybody's experiences of the abuse itself and of their healing processes afterwards look very, very different, and we've honoured those contrasts in these films. Nevertheless, some things do seem to be almost universal, and we wanted to highlight those things here. Firstly, almost no survivor seems to tell their story only once. Instead, disclosure seems to be a repeated feature throughout our lives. Repeating disclosures can be painful and can often be avoided if initial disclosures are diligently recorded and confirmed with survivors. That said, the nature of disclosures can change over time, and later disclosures can often be made with the primary motivation to help other people, and that can be part of healing. So while requesting that a survivor repeat disclosure can be wearing, please never try to prevent anyone from doing so, because this can be part of a crucial process. Secondly, survivors are very likely, at least at some points in their journey, to believe that they are to blame for what happened to them. It's so important to tell anybody that you're supporting that it wasn't their fault and they didn't deserve it. Thirdly, the pain of abuse never seems to go away completely, but crucially, everyone seems to experience relief from that pain at points in their lives as well. Survivor life is marked by waves of pain and waves of relief, and crucially, those waves of relief have to be found at the survivor's own pace and in their own way. There's no single right answer for survivors in terms of their ongoing relationship with God or with faith communities or bodies. And forgiveness in particular is a useful concept for some, but by no means all, and it should not be introduced as a goal unless the survivor has introduced it for themselves. Finally, just as what's right for one survivor might not be right for another survivor, what's right for any single survivor may shift over time. So, ongoing, responsive, and adaptable support is needed from people who walk alongside our journeys without trying to determine or preempt them. Thank you so much for watching these films.